In tonight's big story breakdown, we're looking at the impact the record rainfall is having on the state. This video taken near Norman. You can see people driving around the barricades, blocking off the road. This type of flooding is a situation we're seeing in many areas.
And we are not out of the woods yet. Let's check in with Fox 25's meteorologist Conrad Sapinski. So Conrad, how much more rain are we expecting overnight?
Overnight tonight, Wendy, just a little bit more, but then things definitely start to go downhill Thursday night into that Friday timeframe as additional rainfall is on its way. Some showers and thunderstorms Thursday night into the day on Friday. That's going to be another worry out there and a little bit more of a flood threat. Additional rainfall on the way. Now look at all of these warnings out there. Flood advisories, flood warnings, flash flood warnings as well. Same story for most of the state right up into Tulsa once again. Joplin, same story for you. You are continuing to see elevated rivers, lakes out there and some flooding all over the roadways. Now we broke some records out there. Around 9 inches of rainfall fell in just the last 7 days. That's more than our average rainfall for November, December, January, February, and March combined. 5 full months out there. Now record over 12 inches of rainfall so far in the month of April. Previous record 11.91 back in 1947. Now the last 3 days we saw at least 3.6 inches of rain here in town, over 5 inches closer to Norman. And those totals are going to continue to get bumped up just a little bit as more updates continue to roll on in. The last 7 days, though, look at this, close to 9 inches here in town, around a foot by Norman. Now down south, just south of the Lawton area, even close to 1.5 feet of rain the last several days. Rain showers out there for tonight, pretty light out there. The main event, once again, additional 1 to 2 inches of rain Thursday night into that Friday time frame, mainly the first half of the day on Friday, and then sunshine makes a return by the weekend. So things are going to be improving very, very soon. We just have to wait another 24 hours.
All right, Conrad, thank you. And at least 2 deaths are reported in connection with today's rainfall. 1 person died in Lincoln County after getting trapped in the floodwaters. The second death occurred near Highway 102 and 59B near Macomb. According to the Potawatomi Sheriff's Office, the driver was killed when their car was swept off the road. A deputy was also taken to the hospital after trying to help with those rescue efforts. And flooding causing serious safety concerns for Oklahomans in Pauls Valley.
City officials stepping in to help however they can. Fox 25's David Chazoff joining us live from the fire department. David, what resources are available there?
Adam and Wendy, the Pauls Valley Fire Department is giving away sandbags to folks to protect them and their properties. We see here to our left, there actually is a DIY station. You see some families right here getting their properties ready for some more rain in the forecast. Though one resident tells me he's not taking any chances, especially after what we saw last night.
This is Pauls Valley, Oklahoma.
This is dangerous for us, you know. I have a pregnant girlfriend, you know, if we walk around the corner, you can see that where it's in the electrical box, like it's touching my electrical box right now.
Keaton Estep says he expected Tuesday night storms to cause flooding by his trailer park off State Highway 19, but not to this extent.
My truck probably going to have water damage now.
It could be terrifying, you know. I'd rather deal with tornadoes.
Estep says he's had this car in front of me for 3 to 4 years, and this is what you see now after last night's thunderstorm.
It flooded my car. There's water in my car.
There's water in it. It's floating both sides, passenger and driver. Thankfully, I'm a mechanic where I can work on my own vehicles.
According to Estep, his area floods a lot. He says he wants city or state leaders to help.
See how far the water got up.
Everybody knows like this is a bad area, it floods. Look, man, this is a problem.
Estep says he's thinking about his family's safety tonight, especially with more rain in the forecast.
Very dangerous still.
We're actually thinking about probably leaving tonight just in case if it does. We're going to go stay with family probably just in case.
ODOT tells Fox 25 State Highway 19 has experienced flooding since the 1940s, and they're always looking for opportunities to minimize flooding impact. The agency adds their engineers are currently reviewing the corridor. Reporting live in Pauls Valley, David Chazanoff, Fox 25 News.
David, thank you. And floodwaters are also impacting Lexington. Officials say the heavy rain led to the rescue of 11 people so far. According to the Lexington fire chief, many people couldn't get out of their homes because of the water surrounding them, and they had to be rescued via airboats.
And then there was some out east of Lexington outside of the city limits that we went out and we had to actually access it with an airboat. So we had to go in with an airboat to get them out.
The fire chief there saying there have been no deaths or injuries in Lexington from the recent floods.
Parts of Grady County dealing with flooding throughout the day as well. We're going to start in KOKH City, a more rural part of the county. A District 3 Commissioner, Gary Brace, says flooding caused this washout. There were 2 people inside this white truck here. They were both hurt, taken to the hospital. Right now, we don't know the extent of their injuries. Now, in District 2 of Grady County, there's multiple road closures due to washouts. Let's take a look at some of these here. Just down there, this is incredible. Taking near Blanchard, county commissioners say there should have been a pipe there going under County Road 1350 between County Streets 2960, 2970. That has been washed out. This area will be closed indefinitely until repairs can be made. Similar situation over in Chickasha. Grady County commissioners say County Road 1340 between 92 Highway and County Street 2860 also closed. I want to take a look at the situation there because there's just situations like this where the tin horn separated, undermined the road. So where you have this big sinkhole or pothole, a little too big to be called a pothole, but these are all over that road. Commissioners say they've been monitoring for several days and finally got to the point where they just need to shut it down until they can remove and replace some of the situations and piping in that area. And as we go over to Wawoka, the fire department says there's been high water reported around town, and you can actually see as they responded that water is at least up to their knees. They recommended people avoid several areas including Eufaula between 4th and 8th, Hitchhite between 6th and 7th along Highway 270 and north-south 3650.
Severe flooding also caused some travel issues down in Norman after last night's heavy rains. Our Fox 25 crews captured this scene this morning near Main Street and Sprouts. The storms also caused heavy traffic delays near Jenkins on the OU campus. And take a look at this video of the dam at Lake Overholser. This was captured by our chief meteorologist, Jack Burfin. Because of the amount of rain we've gotten, it's causing the water to rush through the dam.
We've also seen flooding in Oklahoma County. You can take a look. Our videographer captured this afternoon here near the area of Coffee Creek Road and Highway 74. That section of the road is gone, completely submerged. A nearby field, this usually doesn't have any water in it. Looks like a marsh or a pond out there. Similar situation this morning near Northwest 178th and Meridian. This is near the Score OKC indoor sports facility. The field in the area doesn't typically have water in it, but as you see, like we saw on 74, just filled up with water overflowing all the way into the road.
Oklahoma City and more fire crews responding to a house fire this morning near Southeast 89th and Sunny Lane. Officials say this started due to a lightning strike. 3 people and 2 pets were able to make it out. Battalion Fire Chief Scott Douglas is urging anyone who suspects a lightning strike has hit their house to immediately call 911.
Spring storms moving through, and it's just, they're so unpredictable. We urge the residents, call 911 as soon as you can. The past travel that we've had over the last week or so, all the occupants have done that. So if you do hear a lightning boom, if you think it hit your house or not, go ahead and get us moving that direction. Call 911, and that way we're at least en route. We'd rather show up and your house not be on fire versus a delayed call.
Douglas says the house is a complete loss. 2 people suffered minor injuries, and they're expected to be okay.
Crews are working hard to restore power across the state as some residents have been impacted by last night's storms. Let's take a look at where things stand. According to OG&E right now, more than 2,000 customers are without power.
The Oklahoma Department of Transportation says several highways are back open tonight now that the water is starting to recede, but others will remain closed for now. In Pottawatomie County, US 177 is now open between State Highways 59 and 59B, while State Highway 102 north of Highway 59B is still closed. In Lincoln County, State Highway 18 is closed between Chandler and Meeker. Down in Stevens County, State Highway 29 back open at Black Bear Creek near 13 Mile Road. Well, the heavy rain and thunderstorms caused issues for parents in Gwinnett. The storm caused Gwinnett Public Schools to not run any buses this afternoon. They say due to road conditions and more storms and rain tonight, the school will be closed tomorrow.
Take a look at this video from Oklahoma Highway Patrol. One of their troopers you've seen utilizing an airboat today to travel around Skiatook. OHP says they're closely monitoring flooding along Bird Creek in the area. Water levels rising. OHP says tools like the airboat ensure their team prepared to assist anyone who may need help. And water rescue operations are taking place all across the state today. People attempting to drive through flooded roads.
Fox 25's Tanya Motorzitsky spoke with law enforcement in Green Country about the calls they've been getting in that area.
A scary start to one Rogers County driver's morning after the person attempted to drive through a flooded road and was swept away into the river, as you can see here.
And we located the vehicle up against a tree in the river, and the driver was up in the tree hanging on.
Captain Matt Bell, a rescue coordinator for Tulsa Fire Department, says thankfully the driver is okay, but the driver's car is not. Bell says he hopes this serves as a reminder to drivers over the next few days to turn around when you see flooded streets so you don't drown.
Our biggest message that we are trying desperately to get out to the public is to turn around. Don't drive through that flood water. As you probably have seen on the news in the last 2 weeks, we've had several incidents where people are driving through that flood water. We are asking our citizens to please don't drive through flood water. Stop, find an alternate route, turn around. It's not worth the risk.
Tulsa County Sheriff's Office also having to do a water rescue Wednesday afternoon after another driver was stranded as they attempted to drive into a flooded area off Highway 20 near North Peoria. Bell says drivers need to find alternative routes because historically low-lying areas, smaller creeks and rivers may be flooded. He adds if drivers avoid these flooded roads, it's just safer for you and the crews who have to do the water rescues.
Our rescuers are putting their lives on the line to go rescue the people that decide to drive through flood water. And they have families, and we want to see them go home at the end of the day too. So it puts our rescuers in a very risky situation, and it's very hazardous.
Tanya Motorzitsky, Fox 25 News.
And that was your big story breakdown tonight. You can learn more about storm damage across the state on OKCFox.com.
Plus, you can watch all of our previous big story breakdowns on our YouTube page. Scan the QR code on your screen or search OKC Fox.